next year?
Well, as far as I know, I'm leaving in January, which is a bit earlier than like the regular college season. So obviously, I'm going to miss out on a bit with NBL one, and I was kind of planning on staying and playing and then leaving when their semester one starts. But I'm going to be enrolled in semester two, which starts January. So I'll be able to leave early, but that just means I get to train and play. Not play, I get to train and study so I can get some credits done, get used to the team, get used to the team feeling, and hopefully be ready for the coach to trust me enough to put me on when my season comes.
It's a pretty exciting opportunity. Have discussions been underway for a while?
Yeah, so I started speaking to Virginia Tech like maybe January last year. So their international recruiter actually contacted me through Facebook and just put me onto the head coach pretty much straight away and their assistant coaches, and I spoke to them for about a year, and then when I went to Florida in April, that's when they saw me play live, and yeah, we pretty much just started talking a lot from then, and then they offered me a scholarship and I went on a visit last month, so it's really been a year-long process.
I'm assuming though as well that year must have gone pretty quickly, you know, from that day dot when you got a message on Facebook to going overseas and now actually having it all locked in.
Yeah.
It must feel pretty surreal.
Yeah, it is, because I had to juggle up between a couple of schools. And with the whole college recruiting process, schools are always in and out. They'll always seem interested for a couple of weeks and then disappear. But Virginia Tech were the people that stayed with me consistently for a long time. So I kind of always knew that they would be reliable on really wanting me and a place where I could go that I was wanted and I wasn't just there to fill spots. So, yeah.
Has it always been the goal of making it over in the States and getting a scholarship over?
Yeah, well, my cousin went to college for rowing though. So she kind of brought that experience back, and all the stories she told about it and all the experiences she had, I wanted to go through, and that was around year 9, so that's when the college process has to really start. So that's when I started choosing the subjects I needed to do, started working out harder, and yeah, just trying to reach for that goal.
I guess how are you hoping to use the scholarship over in the States as a bit of a stepping stone for a potentially career in basketball?
Well, when I spoke to their head coach, the main question I asked was what happens after college, because I don't want to go there for 4 years and just fall off the face of the earth. And he was really good with explaining what happens. Majority of those girls go on to either play internationally, or I think 3 or 4 of them last year had training camp, WNBA training camp deals, and a couple of them are on rosters. So, yeah.
I'm assuming when you're over there as well, you'll still be using a lot of the routes that you mentioned in Ballarat and trying to put probably Ballarat on the map over in the States.
Yeah. When I was over there, I was wearing a lot of my Ballarat gear, and people always ask where you're from, and you just have to say, oh, I'm from Ballarat, which is 2 hours from Melbourne. Like, no one knows where it is, but I'll make sure they do soon.
And I guess what's next now? So what's between now and January? What will you be doing?
I'm down in Melbourne as a development player for the Melbourne Boomers, so I'm training 3 times a week with them, and I've finished school, so got to figure my life out for a month before I leave.
Particularly after finishing school, it must be pretty cool to have. I know your friends must be thinking it pretty cool as well, to have it all kind of organised and planned out. I guess what's that end goal? Do you want to be playing basketball at the highest ranks in the States, or do your stint over there, then come back here and I guess what's the goal, or anything, all options open?
Well, I'll hope to graduate and get my degree, and then hopefully either play internationally, or the dream is to get drafted, but that is a big dream. So if that doesn't happen, then I'll try and play internationally, and I know I've always got back here to fall back on and be able to play here again. So yeah, just got to really focus on my freshman year first.
And I'm assuming as well the support from your family and the team has been pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've got a lot of messages of support from even the team last year and all my coaches and all my family, and yeah, they're really supportive of it.
But yeah, pretty stoked, pretty excited.
Yeah.
Is he?
Oh, yeah, it's cool, but I guess for us it's a big hole to fill. But look, I guess when you're involved in a program, you want to see the players kind of reach, go as far as they're capable. So G getting a scholarship is awesome.
She mentioned that she's been in discussions since January, so I'm assuming you probably would have been aware of it for a while now.
Yep. Yep. So, look, I guess because I played over there, and I guess I grew up in the States, so probably kind of early on asked a few questions about the process and what it's like over there. So so I've been aware kind of the different schools that have been talking to her. So it's been exciting just kind of watching her go through the process, and well deserved. She's put in a lot of work and very talented player. So it's been great.
As someone who's been through the States and the way they play basketball over there, what kind of benefit would that be for her as a developing player?
In terms of what?
And just in terms of her development, her skills and exposure.
Well, I guess if you go to the right program, it'll be awesome. She'll be kind of, I guess it's basketball school really. Like she'll be playing basketball every day at a very high level, and I guess just gets to eat, drink, and sleep basketball. So and again, the quality of player and the training and the style of play in terms of making sure you know the fundamentals, but then kind of taking your skills to the to higher levels. So I think it'll be pretty incredible.
Looking back home, how's it going to be filling her gap in the team? Is it still in the hunt?
Yeah, so we lost a fair few players from last season, and I guess with LT over in college and Lucy over in college and G going over to college. So I don't know that we're really going to necessarily fill those roles, but we're gonna find some more players, and they were all young players. So some challenges for us to put a group together, but we will.
You mentioned, even though it is a little bit disappointing to see, these holes in the team, but it must be quite encouraging to see quite a few success stories come out of the Rush team.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, from day one, I guess everybody wants to kind of go to a higher level and whatnot. So if we're doing things the right way, then people aren't going to be able to. They're not going to stick around and be here for years and years and years. They'll play with us and get better and go on to bigger and better things, which is pretty awesome.